Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on ablestudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter triangles, right? So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the chapter triangles. Here I am on the chapter triangles. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is mid segments of triangle. Okay, G is the midpoint of HK and I is the midpoint of IJ. If GI is 41, what is JK, right? Okay, since G is the midpoint of HK and I is the midpoint of HJ, that means GI is the mid segment of triangle HJK, right? So GI is half of JK. The length of GI is then half of JK, right? So you can say JK twice as GI. So JK equal 2 times GI, that is 2 times 41. So the correct option is 82, right? Basically, G is the midpoint of HK and I is the midpoint of JK, right? That means the length of the GI is the length of the line GI is the mid segment of triangle HJK, right? So length of GI is half of JK. So GI given is 41, then JK is twice GI, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, K is the midpoint of GJ, right? And I is the midpoint of JH, right? So if K is the midpoint of JG and I is the midpoint of HJ, that means IK is the mid segment of triangle JGH, right? So if that is the mid segment, that means IK is exactly half of GH, right? You are given IK equals 35. That means GH is twice IK, 2 times IK, right? So that is 2 times 35 and the correct option is 70. That means the length of GH is 70. The correct option is 70 it is. Got it? Okay, if WX equal 40, WX equal 40, what is DV, right? You can see the length of VW and VU is exactly equal and the length of TX and TU is exactly equal, right? That means T is the midpoint of UX and V is the midpoint of UW. So VT is exactly half of XW because VT is the mid segment of the triangle UXW, right? So you are given WX equals 40, right? So VT is half of WX, right? VT is half of WX. Wx is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. That means Vt is 10. The correct option is 10. Sorry, 40 it is. Wx is 40, not 20. So that is 20. The correct option is 20. Vt is 20. The correct option is 20. Okay, if Vx equal 41, what is Uy? Uy, which is the correct option? So which is the correct option? Vx equals 41, right? Basically, Vx is the mid segment of the triangle UYW, right? So that means then Uy is twice the Vx. So the correct option is Uy is then twice the Vx. That means that is 82. The correct option is 82. W is the midpoint of Vx and T is the midpoint of Ux. If UV equals 76, what is TW? So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Basically, TW is the mid segment of triangle UVX, right? So that it means then TW is exactly half of UV, right? So that means the correct option is 76 divided by 2, that is 38 it is, right? The correct option is 38. The correct option is 38 it is, right? W is the midpoint of Vx and Y is the midpoint of XC. If VZ equals 74, what is WY? So which is the correct option? WY is the midpoint of angle XVZ, right? So that means WY is half of VZ. The correct option is 4 is the correct option is 74 divided by 2 is 48 it is, right? No, I think that is 37. 37 it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is triangles and bisectors. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is triangles and bisectors. Okay, what is HI, right? So you are given with a triangle is FGH, and we're going to see what is HI, right? So just look at the diagram. Since FG and GH are FG and GH are, I forgot what. No, not perpendicular. They are like they are equal in length, right? G is the equidistant from FH, right? G is exactly the midway of the FH, right? G is the same distance from F and H, right? Therefore, G lies on the perpendicular bisector of FH by the perpendicular bisector theorem. Basically, G lies on the perpendicular bisector of FH because G is the equidistance from F and H, right? Since G is on the perpendicular bisector of FH and FIG is a right angle triangle. GI is the GI is the perpendicular bisector of FH. So if FI is 29, I is 29. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions, right? Okay, if UX and WX, UX and WX are equidistant and measurement of angle UVX equals 38. Hold on. Measurement of angle UVX, this is 38 degrees. What is the measurement of angle WVX? You need to find this one, right? Okay, so you are given UX and X are equidistance, right? So UX and WX are the equidistance. That means V is exactly halfway from UX and XV, XW, right? So X is the perpendicular bisector, that means, and that divides the whole angle into half. So if this is 31, this is also 1 degrees. The correct option is, sorry, 38 degrees, right? The perpendicular bisector VX divides this angle into half. So if UVX is 38 degrees, then W is also 38 degrees. Correct option is 38 degrees. Got it? Okay, what is HK? So which is the correct option? Basically, IK is the perpendicular bisector, right? So if JK equals to HK also equals, the correct option is 2. Because IK is the perpendicular bisector and I is equidistance from H and J, so HK equal, the correct option is 2. What is TV? Which is the correct option? You can see UV and VUT are equidistant, right? That means U is exactly halfway from T and V, right? And US is the perpendicular bisector on TV, right? So US divides the line T into two equal parts, right? If this is 12, this is SV is 12, ST is also 12. You need to calculate the side length of TV. So TV is the sum of ST and plus VS. ST is 12 and VS is 12. That means TV equals 24. The correct option is 24 it is. Got it? The correct option is 24. FG is equidistance from FI and HI is 66. What is GH? So, which is the correct option? GH is IH is 66, then GH is also 66 because FH is the perpendicular bisector on IG, right? If ST and SV are the equidistance, SUV is 69. What is TUV? Which is the correct option? Okay, so you are given SUV. Okay, this one is 69. You have to calculate what is TU to calculate this complete angle, right? Basically, US divides them into two equal parts, right? If this one is 69, this one is also 69, right? You need to calculate the complete angle. You need to add 69 and 69. That equals 138. So the correct option is 138 degrees. TUV is 130 degrees. Got it? Okay, what is TU, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, TU is also 64. The correct option is 64, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is identify medians, altitude, angle bisectors and perpendicular bisectors. Okay, look at the diagram. Which term describes IG? So you have to see what is IG, right? Okay, angle AGI is a right angle triangle, right? So that means IG is perpendicular on FH. Since IG is a segment from a vertex I to its opposite side FH and is perpendicular to FH, IG is an altitude of triangle FHI, right? So IG is a segment from vertex I to its opposite side FH and is perpendicular to IG is an altitude of triangle FHI. So if IG is just perpendicular on the line segment on the opposite line segment, that means that is the altitude of the triangle, right? So IJ is the altitude of the triangle. Got it? Just look at the other example. Triangle EG angle EGF is a right angle triangle. EGF. Which term describes EG? You have to see what is EG. So EG is the altitude because that is just a right angle triangle. So that is the altitude, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, look at this diagram. Which terms which terms describe AC, right? Okay. The options you are given is perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, altitude, or median. You have to see what is the term AC, right? Okay. So AC is not the perpendicular bisector, right? Because it is not making the right angle. You do there you are not given with the right angle on AC, right? So neither it is perpendicular bisector and nor it is altitude. Also, that is not median. Median divides the line segment into two equal parts. That is just the angle bisector. The correct option is angle bisector. It is. Hold on. Let me just. Yes. Angle BAC. BAC is equal to CAD. So AC bisects angle BAD, right? Therefore, AC is the angle bisector, right? Because you don't have any perpendicular here, that means that is just the angle bisector. Angle bisector means the one that bisects the angle into two parts. So that is just an angle bisector, right? Okay, y, xy, and yz are the equidistance. Which term describes wy? You have to see what is wy, right? Okay, so the options are median, perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, and altitude. So wy is perpendicular on the line xz, right? You can see here y is a right angle triangle on xy. That is the altitude of the triangle. The correct option is altitude it is. Hmm. Median? Oh, I see. Because yes, you are given xy and yz are equidistant, right? That means y is the point that divides xz into two equal parts. So y is the midpoint of the, so yes, that is the median. Sorry, that is the median because that divides the line into two equal parts. So that is the median. Got it? Okay, look at the diagram. Which term describe IG? So IG is the perpendicular on the line FH, right? So that is just the altitude. The correct option is altitude it is. Okay, triangle EGH is a right angle. Okay, angle EGF is the right angle. Which term describe EG? EGF is a right angle, right? That means that is the altitude. The correct option is altitude. Okay, QR is equidistance to RS, right? Basically, you are given this distance and this distance is same. That means PR is the midpoint of SR and RQ, right? That means PR is the median that divides the line into two equal parts. So yes, that is the median. Okay, angle PSQ, PSQ and angle QSR are exactly equal angles, right? So which term describes SQ, which is the correct option? That means SQ divides the angle S into two equal parts, right? So that is angle bisector. Angle bisector it is, right? That just divides the angle into two equal parts. So that is the angle bisector. Got it? Look at this diagram. Which terms describe TV, which is the correct option? Altitude it is, right? The correct option is altitude. Look at the diagram. Which terms describe WI? WI is perpendicular on the line WZ. Also, WY divides the line into two equal. The WY divides the line XZ into two equal parts. So, which is the correct option? That is the perpendicular bisector. The first thing is WY is perpendicular on Y is XZ, right? And the second thing is WY divides the line XZ into two equal parts, right? So that means that is the perpendicular bisector. Look at the diagram. Which terms describe RT? That is the median, right? Because that divides the line QS into two equal parts. So RT is the median. The correct option is median, right? Okay, angle DEG is equal to angle FEG. Which terms describe EG? Which is the correct option? EG divides the angle E into two equal parts, right? That is the angle bisector that just bisects the angle. So that is the Angle bisector. Got it? Look at the diagram. Which terms describe GI, which is the correct option? Altitude it is. The correct option is altitude, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is triangles, and the lessons we have covered today are mid segments of triangle, triangles and bisectors, and the one we have just finished is identify medians, altitudes, bisectors and perpendicular bisectors, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is just the conceptual, it is right. You need to clear your concepts. What is the median, altitude? Just understand what are these things, right? So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions related to the lesson we have just finished, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.